I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism, when I was young. I'm Quinten Hyde, and you had some questions to me about autism. Gian asked, how can we eradicate misconceptions about autism? Alright, we're starting off lightly, changing society. I honestly just think that there should be more representation. Because like, how many celebrities can you name that are autistic? Like, I can. When more homosexual people got into the media, the Western world luckily started to be more nice towards homosexual people. When Caitlyn Jenner came out as transgender, trans people were suddenly a lot more understood. And when that guy with the weird hair became president of the United States, very unpleasant people were also represented. So if we're looking to make autistic people famous, I volunteer. Patrick asks, do you think you've learned any lessons that someone without autism hasn't known or should know? I think the number one lesson is, it is okay and fun to be weird. Like, everyone. So many people say they don't care about what society thinks of them, but they always do. Take popcorn, for instance. I like to eat my popcorn like a lizard. Why, you ask? Because I think it's fun. Ash asked, what's the most recent overstimulation you had to deal with? I don't really get that quite often. I can deal very well with people and a lot of sounds or impulses or anything. It's just when it happens too much for like a proximity of like a week, then at the end of the week, I'm just there in the weekend like, oh. Dagmar wants to know, are you ever in a situation where your autism limits you to do something that people don't take into account? I guess it has to be the fact that I can't really relate to other people's feelings quite often. When something to me is not based on logic, I just find it illogical. Someone will be like, I'm just honestly so upset about that. Oh, really? Why? I don't know. I mean, you gotta know why you're upset about it, right? Not really. It's just an unpleasant feeling, you know? Not really. It has to come from something, right? So what made you feel the unpleasant feeling? Yeah, it's just that. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't really have a cause, I guess. So you're just feeling bad, like out of nowhere. Yeah. No! Ashley asks, was it difficult for you to live on your own for the first couple of weeks and having to adjust to doing everything by yourself? No. Actually, it went very well, but I've been wanting to get out of the house like a longer amount of time. Then again, the amount of time that I've lived here, I think I vacuum cleaned twice. All of my meals were home cooked and frozen from home. And I mainly washed the dishes when my friends came over, so that kind of helped me. So yeah, I didn't do that much. Isa, my girlfriend, says, were you scared that I was gonna freak out when we started dating? You told me that you were autistic. In my memory, I've actually told you that before we started dating, but no, that's the thing. Like, I am not a normal person, but you can see that I'm a normal person. I function, I have a job, I go to university and everything like that. So no, I was never scared. And if someone is actually judging me because I just have the label autism, but other than that, I just do everything normally, then that's not really a person I want to hang around with. Femke says, what is the most annoying thing that people ask or think about your autism? The worst thing is, and that's why I don't announce it like right away if it just happens to be in the first couple of minutes that we talk, if they don't know me, they just automatically think that I'm completely handicapped about everything. Like, for example, first day of high school, everyone was asked to say some interesting things about themselves, and I mentioned I am autistic. Then we all talked about our CETO scores, which is a test that people in the last year of elementary school have to do to see what kind of high school they can get into. This one guy was talking about how he didn't like his because he thought it was too low, and then when he found out I had higher, he said, see, even one of those people have higher than me. And I'm like, I'm smart. And I excelled in every class, so ha! Mark was a really nice guy. Isabella asks, what do you find most annoying about your autism? I think the most annoying is the thing that where in the beginning I felt like no one was quite like me or could understand me, this and this. That sounded way too edgy. Like, that sounded like something you would find on Tumblr. No, I just felt like I didn't see a lot of other people who had my humor, my way of thinking, my way of speaking, and everything like that. The thing is, the beautiful internet, save net neutrality, made me see that there's a lot of people out there like me. Autistic people, non-autistic people, there are a lot of people out there, and YouTube is actually so great because I'm finding people like me. Sam and John ask, what's the best thing about having autism if there is one? And there is. Because like I mentioned, I have a different way of seeing things, which is of course interesting. I have a different way of reacting to things and thinking about it, which is interesting. But above all, I have an amazing memory that creeps people out. You see, I remember everything, pretty much everything, to the finest detail, even if it was forever ago. I can remember days of when I was in kindergarten, and people are like, no, you can't really remember anything under a certain age. And I'm like, I remember it vividly. I remember one of my classmates quoting a cartoon that I watched at that time. I remember all of that. I can be that kind of person that goes, hey, that's a shirt I saw for the first time when it was the 12th of April, and that's Wednesday when it was raining all the time. Why do you know all that? Don't you remember we were walking across the street and there was this €1 coin on the floor and I thought, oh my god, €1, I'm gonna pick it up, but it was glued to the floor. And then I looked up and I thought, hey, he had a cool shirt. It's pretty cool. So I hope that cleared things up a bit. And you can already comment questions below for the next Q&A, which is going to be about working full-time. Because I just finished a full-time internship. And if you want to be part of this nice little community, be online friends and connect, you can of course subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell to get a notification whenever a video goes live every Wednesday and Saturday. But above all, I really just hope you enjoyed this video and I would love to see you next time.